Have you ever walked into a party or event, looked around, and felt like everyone else had their own group, while you were the odd one out? You didn't know where to start, no one invited you to join, and you wished you could disappear. But what if I told you that with just a few simple steps, you could break the ice, create interesting group conversations, and even become the center of all connections? Get ready to discover the secret to building top-notch communication skills in any situation. Mastering the art of effortless group conversations. Unlock the secrets to connection. Have you ever found yourself in a group conversation that felt magical? The words flowed effortlessly, everyone seemed engaged, and no one was left scrambling for something to say. Now, think back, what made that moment stand out? Chances are, it wasn't about the topic but the rhythm of the interaction. The absence of awkward silences, the shared energy, and the sense of connection. But let's be honest, group conversations can be tricky. Unlike one-on-one chats, where your attention is solely on a single person, group dynamics demand that you balance multiple personalities, ideas, and the ever-changing flow of dialogue. It's no wonder they can feel overwhelming at times. So, what separates the effortless from the awkward? The answer lies in mastering the secrets of conversational flow. When a conversation flows naturally, it feels smooth, engaging, and alive. It's the hallmark of a great social experience. But if you've ever struggled to keep a group discussion alive, you're not alone. Awkward pauses, distractions, or just not knowing what to say next can leave you feeling drained and hesitant to try again. These moments can chip away at your confidence, self-esteem, and even your desire to connect with others. So, why do these struggles happen? Overthinking, spending too much time filtering your thoughts before speaking creates long pauses, breaking the momentum. Distractions, phones buzzing, notifications popping up, or just your mind wandering to other things can pull you away from the moment, leaving gaps in the conversation. Mood and energy levels. Ever been forced into a conversation when you just weren't in the mood? It's tough to engage authentically when your heart isn't in it. Lack of interest. If the topic doesn't excite you, it's easy to mentally check out, leaving others to carry the weight of the conversation. These challenges are real, but the good news is they're not permanent. With practice and a shift in perspective, you can turn even the most intimidating group interactions into moments of genuine connection. Imagine walking into a room and knowing exactly how to steer the conversation, keeping everyone engaged and comfortable. Improving your social skills isn't just about avoiding awkward silences or becoming the life of the party. It's about creating meaningful connections, whether you're meeting new people or deepening bonds with those you already know. And yes, even if you're introverted or naturally shy, these skills are entirely within your reach. So, are you ready to discover the secrets to making every group conversation a success? Let's dive in and transform the way you connect with others, one effortless conversation at a time. Unleashing the power of conversation. 6 secrets to thriving in group discussions. Ever found yourself in a group discussion, struggling to find the right words, or worse, waiting for an awkward silence to end? Mastering group conversations isn't about knowing all the right answers, it's about understanding the subtle art of timing, connection, and flow. Let's break down 6 game-changing secrets that will turn you into a conversational master, someone others can't wait to talk to. 1. Timing is everything. Imagine you're in a lively group discussion, and someone suddenly interrupts mid-sentence to share their thoughts. Frustrating, right? That's the power of timing, or the lack of it. Knowing when to speak and when to listen is crucial for a smooth, engaging exchange. If you're joining an ongoing conversation, take a moment to observe before diving in. Wait for natural pauses instead of cutting someone off. When already part of the discussion, let others finish their points before adding your thoughts. This simple yet powerful skill shows respect, keeps the conversation on track, and earns you the attention of others when you do speak. 2. Remember names, build rapport. How many times has someone forgotten your name after you introduced yourself? It's not only frustrating but can disrupt the flow of conversation entirely. Remembering names might seem like a small detail, but it carries significant weight in making people feel valued. Here's the trick: repeat their name immediately after hearing it. If someone says, "Hi, I'm Sarah," respond with, "Hi, Sarah, nice to meet you." This reinforces the name in your memory and makes the other person feel acknowledged. A personal touch like this makes conversations warmer and sets the stage for stronger connections. 3. Open-ended questions, the ultimate conversation starter. Want to keep the dialogue alive? Avoid the dreaded yes/no questions. Instead, embrace open-ended questions that invite others to share their thoughts and stories. For example, instead of asking, "Do you like this project?" try, "What do you enjoy most about this project?" Questions like, "What inspired you to choose that?" or "What's the next step after this?" encourage people to elaborate, making the conversation more engaging and meaningful. These types of questions spark curiosity, show genuine interest, and naturally steer discussions forward. 4. Be an active participant. Conversations are a two-way street, and no one likes carrying the weight alone. If you're part of a discussion, don't just sit back and let others do the heavy lifting. Active participation means listening attentively, responding thoughtfully, and sharing your insights. When you're fully engaged, others notice, and they'll naturally gravitate towards you in future conversations. Remember, people don't just want to be heard, they want to feel understood. Being present and contributing meaningfully ensures that everyone leaves the interaction feeling valued. 5. Preparation is key. Walking into a group conversation without preparation can feel like stepping onto a stage without a script. Avoid this by coming equipped with a few topics or talking points in mind. Think about current events, shared experiences, or hobbies that could spark interest among the group. Having a few go-to ideas ready doesn't make the conversation scripted, it makes it effortless. By bringing up a topic that resonates with everyone, you break down initial barriers, helping people feel at ease and open to sharing. 6. Make it personal, but not too personal. Sharing personal stories can transform a surface-level conversation into something memorable and meaningful. Think of relatable, light-hearted experiences that others might connect with. A funny mishap, a unique experience, or a lesson learned, these anecdotes humanize you and encourage others to open up. Humor is especially effective here. Nothing bonds a group faster than shared laughter, but tread carefully. Avoid overly personal or sensitive topics that could make others uncomfortable. Keep it light, keep it relatable, and watch as curiosity and camaraderie grow. Bringing it all together. Mastering group conversations isn't about dominating the discussion, it's about creating an environment where everyone feels heard, valued, and connected. With the right timing, genuine interest, and thoughtful contributions, you can turn any gathering into an opportunity for deeper, more meaningful interactions. So, next time you step into a group conversation, remember these 6 secrets. Who knows? You might just become the person everyone looks forward to talking to. Let the conversation flow. How to confidently join or create a group conversation. Walking into a social gathering can sometimes feel like stepping onto a stage without a script. You look around, and it seems like everyone else has already formed their little circles, comfortably chatting away. And there you are, standing alone, wishing the floor would swallow you up. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Joining a group conversation or starting one from scratch can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. The first step. Take a deep breath. That knot of social anxiety forming in your chest. Let it go. Confidence starts with a moment of calm. Now, scan the room. Not all groups are the same, and learning to read the room can be your secret weapon. Spotting open versus closed groups. Every social gathering has 2 types of groups, open and closed. Knowing the difference is key to finding your way in. Closed groups. These are tightly knit clusters where members stand close together, leaving little room for newcomers. Their body language is inward-facing, feet, torsos, and faces all directed at each other. It's not that they're unfriendly, they might simply be deep in discussion or enjoying their privacy. Open groups, these are the gems you're looking for. Their body language is open and inviting, smiles, gaps in their formation, and members who occasionally glance around the room or angle their bodies outward. These groups send a silent signal, come join us. When you've identified an open group, don't hesitate. Approach confidently, make eye contact, and start with a warm, friendly introduction. When no group feels right, create your own. If you can't find a group to join, why not start one yourself? This might sound daunting, but it's easier than you think. Begin by preparing conversational topics that suit the setting. Is it a business event? Prepare engaging, intellectual topics that encourage discussion. At a party? Fun, light-hearted stories or questions about shared interests can do wonders. Tailoring your approach to the environment makes starting a group conversation feel natural. Here are a few tips for starting a group conversation. Make the first move, approach 1 or 2 individuals who also seem to be on the sidelines. Start with a simple, "Hi, I'm, your name, how do you know," host's name. Use icebreakers, "What's been the highlight of your week?" or "What brings you to this event?" are easy, non-intrusive ways to get people talking. Create a welcoming atmosphere. Once a few people are engaged, keep the energy light and inclusive. Pay attention to new arrivals and invite them to join in. It's a great way to grow your circle. Reframing social anxiety as opportunity. Instead of dreading social gatherings, see them as a chance to hone your social skills. Joining or creating a group conversation doesn't have to be painful. It's about taking small, deliberate steps that build confidence. Remember, every great conversationalist was once a beginner. With practice, what feels awkward today will become second nature tomorrow. You've got this. Now go turn that room into your playground. How to confidently start your own group conversation. Walking into a social setting where you know no one can feel intimidating. But starting your own group conversation? That's an empowering move that can transform the entire experience. While it might feel daunting at first, it's entirely possible to create a welcoming, engaging group dynamic that draws people in. Here's how to do it effectively. 1. Stay calm and observe the room. It's normal to feel nervous when stepping into a social situation, but staying calm is essential. Brief pauses in conversation at the start are perfectly okay. Use those moments to read the room. Observe body language. Are they engaged, bored, or disinterested? If someone doesn't seem in the mood to talk, don't push it. Politely acknowledge their space and move on to someone more receptive. The key is not to let rejection rattle you. 2. Make a confident introduction. When you spot potential conversation partners, approach with confidence. Start with a warm smile, open body language, and a friendly introduction. Something as simple as, "Hi, your name, how's your evening going?" can set the right tone. Avoid closed-off body language, like crossing your arms or looking down. It creates a barrier. Instead, stand tall, maintain good posture, and make eye contact. People mirror energy, so the more approachable and positive you are, the more likely they'll be to engage. 3. Block out negative self-talk. Your mindset plays a huge role in how you come across. Negative thoughts like, "I'm terrible at this," or "no one will want to talk to me," can sabotage your efforts before you even begin. Replace those thoughts with affirmations. "I bring value to this conversation," or "I'm here to make connections, not to be perfect." Shifting your mental narrative helps you approach others with confidence and openness, which are contagious traits in social interactions. 4. Start with general topics. When starting a conversation, choose universally relatable topics. Discussing the weather, recent movies, popular TV shows, or even current events creates a safe space for strangers to engage. Avoid niche or overly personal topics at the outset, as they can feel out of place or intimidating. For example, saying, "Has anyone else been hooked on popular show?" invites participation without putting anyone on the spot. Remember, you're not just breaking the ice for yourself, others might also feel awkward or shy, and your approachable energy can help ease their discomfort too. 5. Don't see them as strangers. One of the biggest obstacles in conversations is mentally labeling someone as a stranger. It creates a psychological barrier that makes you feel more distant than you really are. Instead, shift your mindset. Imagine you've known this person for years. Treat them with the same warmth and familiarity as you would an old friend. This perspective shift naturally makes your body language more open and the conversation more relaxed. 6. Treat everyone as equals. Nothing kills confidence faster than placing others on a pedestal. If you think someone is better, smarter, or more interesting than you, you'll inadvertently hold yourself back. Instead, recognize that everyone has unique experiences and perspectives, and no one story is inherently better. You bring value to the table, just as they do. Adopting an equal ground mindset makes it easier to approach and engage with others without fear of judgment. 7. Embrace the power of warmth and inclusion. If starting a conversation feels overwhelming, remember this: everyone wants to feel seen and included. By taking the initiative to welcome others into your conversation, you're providing something valuable, a sense of belonging. So go ahead, take that deep breath, and make your move. Whether you're starting a group conversation or joining an existing one, your confidence and kindness will set the tone. Before you know it, you'll be the one people gravitate toward, making connections effortlessly. How to join an ongoing group conversation. Joining a group conversation can feel intimidating, especially when the group dynamic is already established. But with a little strategy and confidence, you can blend in smoothly and participate meaningfully. Here's how to approach it step by step. Step 1. Assess the group dynamic. Start by observing the group from a distance. Is it an open group with welcoming body language, or a closed one with members standing tightly together? If the group seems open, move closer and prepare to join the conversation. Avoid groups with minimal gaps or those deeply engrossed in private discussions. Bonus tips for excellent conversations every time. Conversations are an art form that can be mastered with practice and mindfulness. While no one is born with perfect social skills, adopting a few effective strategies can help you become a confident and engaging conversationalist. Here are some bonus tips to take your social skills to the next level. 1. Embrace pauses. Don't feel pressured to fill every silence. Take your time. Brief lulls in conversation are natural and give you time to think. Stay relaxed. Use pauses to process what's been said or consider your next point. 2. Ask genuine questions. People love to share about themselves when they feel you're sincerely interested. Show curiosity. Ask questions that invite them to share personal experiences or opinions. Follow up. Build on their answers with thoughtful follow-up questions or observations. 3. Be self-aware. Pay attention to how others are responding to keep the conversation enjoyable. Gauge interest. If the topic isn't engaging the group, steer the discussion elsewhere. Adjust accordingly. Notice body language and energy levels to adapt your approach. 4. Watch for nonverbal cues. Body language often speaks louder than words. Positive signs. Look for open gestures, feet and torso pointed toward you, and consistent eye contact. Negative signs. Crossed arms, lack of engagement, or glancing away could mean it's time to pivot. 5. Don't force it. Some conversations may naturally fizzle, and that's okay. Respect boundaries. If someone seems uninterested or withdrawn, don't push the conversation. Focus elsewhere. Shift your attention to someone more receptive to engaging with you. 6. Share relatable stories. Stories can be a great fallback when you're unsure of what to say. Keep it relevant. Tie your story to the topic at hand to keep the flow smooth. Be authentic. Share experiences that feel genuine rather than contrived. 7. Rely on common topics. When in doubt, stick to universally relatable subjects. Go to themes. Topics like current events, entertainment, hobbies, or shared experiences are always safe bets. Avoid controversy. Steer clear of divisive or overly personal topics unless you know the group well. 8. Practice makes perfect. Improving social skills is a journey, not an overnight transformation. Be patient. Allow yourself the grace to make mistakes and learn from them. Seek feedback. Observe how others respond to you and refine your approach over time. Key takeaway. Great conversations don't happen by accident. They result from thoughtful engagement, active listening, and a willingness to connect. By applying these tips consistently, you'll not only enhance your social skills but also enjoy more meaningful and rewarding interactions with others. Step 2. Choose your approach. You have two main options for entering the conversation, directly or indirectly. Each has its strengths depending on your confidence level and the group's dynamic. Option 1. Direct approach. This approach requires confidence and works best when you're ready to make your presence known. Introduce yourself. Wait for a natural pause in the conversation. Step forward, smile, and say something like, "Hi, I'm," your name, "I couldn't help but hear you were talking about," topic. Follow up immediately. Ask a related, open-ended question to encourage others to continue the conversation. For example, what are your thoughts on specific aspect? This shows interest in their discussion and helps you blend in quickly. Exude confidence. Confidence is key here. Keep your body language open and friendly, smile, maintain good posture, and make eye contact. People are naturally drawn to positivity and energy. Option 2. Indirect approach. This is a subtler method, ideal if you're unsure about interrupting. Blend in naturally. Position yourself close enough to the group to hear the conversation. Listen carefully and wait for a topic you can contribute to. Interject with relevance. Once an opportunity arises, comment on the topic or ask a relevant question. For example, "Oh, you're talking about," topic? "I've been curious about that. What's your take on it?" Engage everyone. As you make your comment, address the group rather than focusing on a single person. This prevents your contribution from seeming like a one-on-one conversation within the group. Step 3. Read the room. Whether you take the direct or indirect approach, pay attention to the group's reactions. Welcoming reactions, smiles, nods, or follow-up questions indicate that the group is open to your presence. Lukewarm responses. If people seem hesitant, step back and let the conversation flow naturally before trying to engage again. Hostile or closed reactions. If the group doesn't seem receptive, politely excuse yourself and consider approaching another group. Step 4. Maintain the flow. Once you're part of the conversation, focus on keeping the dialogue engaging and inclusive. Ask open-ended questions. Encourage others to share their thoughts. For example, "What do you think about," topic, or "How did you first get into," interest. Show genuine interest. Use active listening techniques like nodding and summarizing others' points to show you're engaged. Avoid dominating. Contribute meaningfully without monopolizing the discussion. Let others share their viewpoints as well. Step 5. Exit gracefully, if needed. If the conversation feels awkward or doesn't flow naturally, it's okay to leave. Say something polite like, "It was nice chatting with you all, I'm going to mingle a bit more," and step away. This keeps things courteous and leaves the door open for future interactions. Key tips for success. Smile and stay positive. A warm demeanor makes you more approachable and helps the group feel comfortable with your presence. Adapt to the group's energy. Match the group's tone and pace to blend in naturally. Be mindful of interruptions. Avoid cutting anyone off mid-sentence. Wait for a natural pause. By following these steps, you'll find it easier to join any group conversation seamlessly, even if you're starting as an outsider. Confidence, attentiveness, and a touch of strategy are all you need to turn a potentially awkward moment into a rewarding social experience. What to do after joining a group conversation. Once you've successfully integrated into a group conversation, the next step is to focus on building rapport and contributing to the group dynamic. Here are key strategies to help you navigate and thrive in a group setting. 1. Relax and be present. Let go of any lingering nervousness once you've been accepted into the group. Confidence grows naturally as you settle into the discussion. Remember, every meaningful connection starts with a conversation, and this is an opportunity to create one. Participate actively. Speak up occasionally to remind others of your presence without dominating the conversation. Listen attentively. Show genuine interest in what others are saying. 2. Prioritize shared interests. Focus on topics that engage everyone. Conversations flourish when the group bonds over common interests. Find common ground. Look for clues in the ongoing discussion to identify shared interests. Shift to inclusive topics. If the conversation becomes too niche or exclusive, subtly guide it toward a subject more people can relate to. 3. Maintain positivity. Your demeanor plays a significant role in how others perceive you in a group setting. Avoid complaining. People gravitate toward positivity. Complaining or negativity can alienate you from the group. Stay upbeat. A cheerful and light-hearted attitude makes you more approachable and enjoyable to be around. 4. Encourage group participation. A great way to foster connections is by encouraging others to contribute. Invite input. If someone seems quiet, gently ask for their thoughts, such as, "What do you think about that?" Be respectful. Allow others to share their viewpoints without interruptions, even if you disagree. 5. Be open to learning. Group conversations are an excellent opportunity to gain new insights. Ask thoughtful questions. Demonstrate curiosity by asking others to elaborate on their points. Share knowledge. If appropriate, contribute insights of your own that add value to the discussion. 6. Avoid contradictions. Consistency is key to maintaining credibility in a group conversation. Stay clear in your opinions. Ensure your statements are coherent and aligned. Respectfully navigate disagreements. If there's a difference of opinion, handle it diplomatically rather than contradicting yourself or others. 7. balance talking and listening. Group dynamics thrive on balance. Over-talking or being overly silent can disrupt the flow. Know when to speak, contribute when you have something meaningful to add. Encourage quiet members. If someone hasn't spoken yet, create space for them to share. 8. Be inclusive. Make everyone in the group feel welcome, even if you're new. Foster a welcoming environment. Use open body language and acknowledge others' contributions with nods or smiles. Draw others in. If someone looks hesitant to join in, make it easier for them by addressing them directly with a friendly question. Key takeaway: conversations are about building connections. When you focus on being authentic, positive, and inclusive, you'll naturally make a good impression and foster meaningful interactions within the group. Over time, these interactions will feel less daunting, and you'll grow more confident in navigating social dynamics effortlessly.